Hey guys, what's going on? Inception here and welcome to another video. Ladies and gentlemen, we have the new Anthony Martial Europa League card to review today. So this card has also been improved, so I'm, interested in seeing how he's going to perform in game. So we're taking a look at a card that is 6 foot tall, medium-low work rates, which is an interesting work rate to have. Right-footed, 4-star skills and a 3-star weak foot. Now, obviously, with this card being a thing, there is also the variable of the storyline being a thing. I believe it's in at the end of August or something. So this is a Martial card that you can use right now. I'm curious to see how he's going to perform in game because of the specific stats that he has. So with Anthony Martial's card, guys, he does have the finesse shot trait, which is always nice to have, as well as the flair trait. The picture is really cool, by the way. In regards to in-games, he's got 94 pace, 96 sprint speed, so giving him an engine doesn't necessarily drastically improve it, but it still does a little bit. Always nice to have pace regardless, because I do mostly see this card being used in the left attacking position anyways, and maybe even the striker spot because of the medium-low work rates. Medium-low will be seeing how that's going to work out in the left attacking position, but in the striker position, medium-low is actually kind of nice to have because of the way that the players move around the pitch, right? He's got 91 attacking positioning with 91 finishing, 93 shot power, so because I aim for responsive gameplay, I just boosted his dribbling regardless. The engine will also be boosting his long passing as well as the short passing and passing stats in general, but he'll still have the 86 composure. So, again, with the road to the final cards, you have to take into consideration the fact that they could potentially get improved quite a bit, right? There's a few things here and there that if you were to increase for base card stats, the card would look really nice. He does have 86 strength with 87 stamina. 87 stamina is a nice little bare minimum to have in this game. So it's a cool card. Again, because he has the finesse shot trait, I do mostly see myself using him in the left attacking position just because I want to be able to use him in that way, right? So the way that we are going to be lined up in game for this team is going to be the 4-2-3-1 as we normally do. The formation we'll have is we'll have Anthony Martial playing in the left attacking position, as I was saying. Daniel James will play on the right side, Paul Pogba, Laurent Blanc. We just have to change that actually, because that makes more sense in my opinion. We'll have this one stay back while attacking. These guys we're not going to mess with. And then Rashford we're going to have on balance instructions as well. Yeah, so that's going to be for the 4-2-3-1. We could potentially try him out in the 4-4-2 as well. My boy said that he's been liking the 4-4-2. So I'll actually try it out the way that he wants to try it out. So he has got Bruno Fernandes playing a false 9, I believe. Stay central false 9, okay. And then we have Martial getting in behind. Getting in behind for both of these guys. Okay, getting in behind for Martial on the 4-4-2. So let's try him on the 4-2-3-1 first with some typical instructions that I normally use. And then we'll switch to the 4-4-2 in game. Okay, so we'll switch to the 4-2-3-1 first. Let's see how he plays there. Okay, he's somewhat moved into that space over there, so not bad. Okay, he actually makes a run in the middle as well. He starts to make those specific movements, which is always nice to have, of course. Oh, I tried to do the extra dribbles right there. Didn't really work out. Oh, he actually did a really good finesse shot coming off of a ball roll, because the ball roll doesn't really settle the ball a certain way, so he did pretty well right there, to be fair. Oh wow, I actually got really lucky right there. Just FIFA stuff, boys, just FIFA stuff. Martial does pretty well right there. His dribbling feels usable. It's nothing like crazy, obviously, because of the fact that his base card stats for defending isn't necessarily the greatest. So the engine chemistry style is definitely something you have to put on the card to help it out a little bit. But his movement is not necessarily that bad. The medium-low does feel a bit strange to have on the sides. It's definitely something that you may just want to put him playing through the middle. It's just he feels usable on the sides for sure. Movement is very interesting right there. So you can see that he kind of sticks to the side mostly, but then he sometimes decides, hey, maybe I want to push through the middle. So he's definitely a 50-50 player, right? Where he doesn't consistently go through the middle, but he will from time to time, which is good because players who only go in a straight line are not necessarily players that I enjoy using too much. So It's good that he actually it's good that he actually like does those movements sometimes. Even in this situation right here, he's running to the side because it just makes sense for him to do that there. But then there's moments where he'll go into the middle because it makes sense too, right? Yeah, his dribbling's not too bad. You can definitely tell his body type influences it a little bit for sure, though. Oh, not bad. Not a bad finesse shot. Not a bad finesse shot. Again, coming off of a drag back right there. So that's why the ball, when it's like emphasized a certain way, it's going to affect the way that the ball moves for sure. So, yeah, I want to try him out in the striker position this time, guys. He's definitely usable on the sides, but he kind of just feels like, you know, like, oh, I'm a fan of Anthony Martial, so I'll use him there, right? I think Manchester United lines up this way. It's just Greenwood that plays in the right attacking position with Matic playing there as well. But, yeah, let's try it out this way instead. So you could tell that dribbling kind of like affects the card a little bit from time to time in those like really tight situations because of his body type, right? His medium-low work rates is definitely very interesting with the way that he kind of like pushes back, you know? Ooh, using his physical presence over there to get through. Try a finesse from there. I should have gone for the near post because the near post just makes the most sense. Finesse shots across goal. Definitely not the it factor. But right there, you could definitely tell that his physical presence very, very helpful. I do need to change a few things, though, because he kind of moves strangely in certain positions. What I actually want to do for a card like Martial is stay central, getting behind, because the medium-low work rates are going to contradict those instructions as well. So I want to see how he's going to play with that instead. You see how he doesn't like really instantly do it and his work rates kind of contradict the instructions that he has? That's what I'm saying, right? Like if a player has like high-low work rates, they will constantly do it. You guys should see how Ronaldo does it every single time. But with Martial, he won't always do it, which is the good thing because it makes him more balanced because just the way that he moves around the pitch is that, you know, he doesn't, or he won't be stagnant, but he also won't just be like completely random in the way that he moves, right? It actually might be a situation where if I take off Stay Central, that might be the most ideal thing to do for this card. Maybe getting behind is, I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of getting behind. I know that some people really like it. I just think it's like a really, really pointless instruction to give. Like, I'd rather my players be good on balanced. For Martial's card, it's like okay, but it's not 100% there where I'd like it to be. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like I need to. Maybe it's not even Stay Central. No, Stay Central just limits him. Get him behind, it's just random. Target Man. Target Man will make him not come close to me when I'm attacking. I think that actually make the most sense for him. Because then he'll make the runs when he feels like it's necessary. Stay central, Target Man. Let me try that out first. In the striker position. Yeah, let me try that out first. See what I mean? Stay central, Target Man. He starts to make the runs himself. Then he plays with his work rates a little bit, you know? Nicely done. Bruno Fernandes with the goal right there. Played well off of Martial. The Stay Central Target Man instruction, as I've always mentioned in reviews, is that it sometimes does fix the way that the players move because their characteristics will make them run regardless, right? So the Stay Central Target Man kind of keeps them up there, playing through the middle and just playing off of the cams, you know? Movement there should have been way better. He should have been way better right there. I think that his, like, when players respond well to the dribbles, like, you know, when you come back, you want your striker to understand, like, hey, he's dribbling back, I should probably get into the middle over here, right? And again, the stay central target man instruction could influence that a little bit, but regardless, we still ended up scoring the opportunity off of a, I would say, pretty lucky interception, but he did okay. That emphasis is something that you just don't really want to have nowadays. The card feels usable for sure. Just nothing special because of certain things that are kind of like going to throw him off a little bit, you know? Oh, almost got that pass off right there to Rashford. Alright guys, so final verdict on the Anthony Martial card is that he's okay. He's okay. A few things that we have to talk about, right? So I do think that the medium-low work rates for him specifically, because of the lack of, you know, good weak foot, the lack of better dribbling, all that kind of stuff, I do think that the work rates don't really work that well for him specifically. You could totally use him in the striker position with those work rates, but you do need to mess with the instructions a little bit because the way that he moves on the balance instruction is a little bit weird. So it's definitely something that you have to kind of like experiment with a little bit because he doesn't really do those specific runs that allow you to score certain opportunities when you are playing up top in the striker position. So you do need to mess with it in regards to, you know, either using the stay central target man, which is usually what fixes most players, or, you know, you could try him out with the false nine, the target man by itself. Like, it really just depends, right? But he still will make those runs specifically himself. So take that into consideration. Another thing you have to take into consideration is the fact that, you know, with a sniper chemistry style, you are boosting his attacking positioning by a +5, although his base characteristics will not make him move any better, right? Because base characteristics are very important in regards to players moving a certain way anyways, and I don't think that's going to really change too much with this card. With a sniper chemistry style, boosting his finishing to a 99 with a 93 shot power would be really nice, as well as boosting the dribbling as much as possible would be great as well. I don't think there will be a huge difference between the sniper or the engine if you were to give it on this card because, again, his base card stats for his dribbling is not really high enough for the 6-foot height that he has and average body type that he has as well. So all those things are going to be things you have to take into consideration. Is he usable? Yes, he's definitely usable, but you have to kind of mess around with some instructions because I don't think the medium-low work rate works that well with him specifically. I think that if he was a high medium, then this card would play a little better. But the dribbling not being crazy responsive affected the card a little bit, but he did make up for it with his physical aspect as well, right? So just a few variables here and there. I'm just, you know, letting you guys know how you want to use the card if you want to have fun with him in your team, Manchester United, whatever it is, because my boy Tony over here has a Manchester United team. So just letting you guys know, you know, what the best things would be to use on this card. I didn't think he was that crazy. But for 100K for a French Manchester United player, not necessarily that bad until this card comes out. So hopefully you guys enjoy this review. I'll catch you guys for the next one. Peace out, dudes. Love you guys.